Hello traders, this is Rick, President of Hit and Run Candlesticks. It's Saturday, May 21st, 2016. I'm sitting here at my desk with a cup of coffee and making a few notes about last week's trading. I'm also looking at charts for next week and thought I would share a few of them with you. ALKS will be one of them. I sent out an email on this one about a week ago you may have received. And then we'll take a look at ANGI, A-N-G-I, and we'll also take a look at PTLA. Now this one may be setting up, and I'll also show how we made about $500 on it last week. Okay, let's start with PTLA. This is the chart that we pulled out $500 last week on the 18th. That would be this candle right here, I believe. Yep. And it was just ahead of the FOMC minutes. Now what we did is, following the chart here, we were alerted when it broke out, what was this, on the 16th, broke out of the 50-day simple moving average, and then we ended up buying it, and then we sold it near the top, not right at the very, very high, but very close. We sold the high for a $500 profit. Now what this is this is a rounded bottom breakout. We call it RBB for short. This is my absolute favorite long chart pattern of all time. And it's just a great chart pattern. If you ever get a chance to learn about it, please do so. Don't ever be afraid to ask questions on this chart pattern. I love to talk about it. So anyway, we took our $500 out of the market on Wednesday. Thursday, there's a little doji sitting here, and then yesterday we closed with just a little inside candle. This is still inside what we call the buy box. Now I'm looking at about a 30% run for this. Now when I'm looking at 30%, as I look at this as a trade, I'm not hard and fast and dead set on buying this stock and running it all the way up 30%. Between you and me, I would be happy with half of that. If I was to get an entry somewhere around $25.80, right up here to the 100 simple, that's 15%. I would be very happy with that kind of money. But I basically have a playground of 30%. So I don't have to be in a hurry to buy it right here. I could buy it on the breakout as well. I could wait for a breakout, buy that breakout, and then run it up to the 100 simple. That's only about 7.5%. A little past that, we start getting into a little more resistance, and it just might stretch all the way to that 33.30 area, and that would be a 20% trade. So I'm going to have PTLA on my watch list for next week. It may be a buy Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm not sure. I'll have to watch the price action and watch the candlesticks. I may buy it inside this box. I may buy it on a breakout. Okay, the next chart we'll look at is ALKS. ALKS. Now, ALKS was a featured trade idea back here. When was this? It was around April 1st. Probably would have been this April 1st. If you would have been in this, you could have put away, maybe 20 to 24%, depending exactly where you entered, exactly where you sold up here at the top. And now it's pulled back. And by the way, this is another one of those rounded bottom breakouts, RBB for short. The other day, I sent out an email. You may have gotten it. If you didn't, please check your spam folder on how this was making a Morningstar signal on this pullback down to the 50-day simple moving average. And then the Morningstar signal popped up over the T-line in the 34 EMA and tested the 20-day simple moving average. Now, you may notice on my chart up here that I've got this indicator, OBV. Over the last week or two, we've been talking about OBV a little bit. That's unbalanced volume. And it was even part of one of our member e-learnings and how you might use it to trade PBOs and chart setups. So what I'm seeing here is OBV is rising. The blue line, it shows that the 25-day moving average is rising, and then OBV shot up above that yesterday, Friday. So what we've got is OBV is ALKS is a rounded bottom breakout. We're coming off the 50-day moving average with a morning star signal that ran up and then consolidated for 3 days. So 1, 2, 3 days of consolidation. And then yesterday, Friday, it just popped up there very nice on extremely good volume. So what I'm looking at here is I want to make sure that on any chart I trade, I want to make sure there's enough room to make some money. So is there room above? Well, I've determined by looking at the chart that there's 46.40 to 45, $50.25, $55.75 might be some reasonably good targets that's achievable based on the chart. So if I'm going to measure from the center, because this is where I would like to get an entry, is somewhere inside this box. So if we can get that entry around 41.40, then up to this first line, you're going to see, and like I say, I just measured from the center of the box, you're going to see about 11.5% profit. When it reaches this level, we want to reevaluate the chart, make sure price action is still working, and make sure the market is relatively, well, on our side, even though at the moment it is still pointing to the downside. Anyway, after we do our reevaluation, or we might even take some partial profits here, the next target to move up here would be about 21%, or about that $50 area. And from there, we're looking at the 33% mark, or about $55.50, near that 200 period moving average. Please remember, your job is not necessarily to enter a stock and capture that 33%, or even capture 21%, or even capture 11.5%. Based on my trading plan and my goal for the rounded bottom breakout, and we'll talk about some other time, but you know, I only have to make about a 4% move, 4% profit per trade to meet my yearly goal. That's all you have to do. Remember, it's about money. It's about money. It's not necessarily about being right. You know, $46.44. You don't have to do that. It's all about making money on the way up. ALKS right now is looking like it just might pay us a little bit more money. We're going to work with this one Monday. I'm currently not in it. I will likely be in it Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday when I see the price action tell me that I need to be in it. Once again, that OBV is rising. Okay, the third and the final chart that we're going to look at is ANGI, A-N-G-I. And what we want to do is let's look back here on ANGI. We have, what is this, probably 18, 19, 20, something like that of April here. We have a candlestick signal called a belt hold, and it turned engulfing by closing above the previous candle. From the time the belt hold was created, price just pretty much has gone up. And now what we're seeing is just a little bit of consolidation to the downside. Well, ANGI came in yesterday and put in a low that was close to the previous day, which was close to the previous day of that, and that creates what I call a 3-bar bottom. We also have a double bottom right in here. In fact, let me check this. Is this a tweezer bottom? 30. It's 2 cents from being a tweezer bottom, not exactly a perfect one. So a little consolidation, and then this candle Friday. We're right inside what I call the buy box. I've marked that out for you. Up here about $8.95 and about $8.54. If you do buy this, I would probably look at my stop somewhere below this outside of the box. Be careful that your lows are marked right here and the 50-day simple right in here. All right, what we're looking for profit, once again, it's important to make sure you have profits, that a potential profit. So measuring from about the center of the box, measure up to your first high over here, and that's where we're going to put our first line of possible profits of 12.5%. So my goal would be to buy inside the buy box, and that would be about 12.5% up to this line here. Now, if you choose not to buy in the buy box and to buy on a breakout, which is perfectly fine, and maybe that's what I do. It all really kind of depends on what the price action is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, sometime next week. So that would be a little bit less up to this area, about 9%. Reevaluate the candle pattern and price action as we're up here. We may see a little bit of consolidation, but that might not mean to sell it. We don't know that until you see what that price action looks like. And then from there, the next target up would be about this $11.20 area, or about this, what is that, November 25th highs over here. And that's about 27%. So 27% down to the bottom of this box, what is that? That's got to be about 30%. So here's a 30% area that you're trying to make your goal. Now, I don't know what your goal is. Is it $100, $200, $500, $1,000? Depending, like I said, you've got a 30% area to make your goal. You might make your goal from the time you buy it to here. You might make your goal maybe if you bought it here up. You might make your goal from here up. There's a very nice area that you can make your money on. All right. This is Rick with Hit and Run Candlesticks. Again, I want to say thank you very much. If you ever get a chance to check out our trading room, if you're not already there, please do so. Till next time, take care.